Ever feel like finding the right contact info is just a total time suck?
Oh, yeah.
Like you're stuck in a digital haystack trying to find that needle?
For sure.
Well, you sent us this article all about how to use this platform called Latenode
Oh, yeah.
to scrape emails right from LinkedIn, and it's got some really juicy insights.
Interesting.
We're talking about automating your outreach, finding valid emails like 4.25 times faster,
Wow.
and saving you hours every single week.
Okay, I'm listening.
So buckle up because we're diving deep into this world of automated lead generation.
All right, let's do it.
So I think everyone listening probably knows that doing email outreach these days
Yeah.
can be a huge challenge, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, you're spending so much time and money just trying to find new contacts.
Yeah, just getting that info can be
Right.
such a pain.
And that's where this platform Latenode comes in.
Okay.
It's a low-code automation platform
Gotcha.
that claims to offer a solution to this problem. So basically, it's got this visual editor where you can drag and drop these blocks
Okay.
to build these workflows without needing to know a ton of code.
So it's user-friendly,
Yeah.
even for
Okay.
someone who's not a coding whiz.
It's designed to be really user-friendly.
That's pretty cool.
And it integrates with all these tools that people are already using,
Oh, like what?
like Google Sheets for organizing data and LinkedIn for finding those contacts.
Okay, so it connects with what you're already using.
Yeah, so you don't have to learn a whole new system.
Gotcha.
But walk me through how this LinkedIn email scraping actually works.
Sure. So the article lays out this scenario
Okay.
where they use Latenode with a couple other tools,
Okay.
Clay for enriching contact data, and then Hunter.io for verifying email addresses.
Gotcha. So it's like a multi-tool approach.
Exactly. And they start by using Clay to find those LinkedIn profiles
yeah.
based on like specific criteria.
So like if you're looking for, let's say, marketing managers in the tech industry based in, I don't know, San Francisco,
Exactly.
you could use Clay to narrow it down.
Yep. You zero in on those profiles, and then Clay adds in all this extra data.
Oh, so you're getting like a more well-rounded view.
Right. You're not just getting a name and a title.
Yeah.
You're getting a more complete picture of who they are.
That makes a lot of sense.
And that's where Latenode comes in.
Okay.
It's got this get profile data by URL feature that pulls those email addresses and other info from those Clay-enriched profiles.
Okay, so you're like layering these tools on top of each other.
Exactly. And there's a small cost for this,
Okay.
like 2 cents per profile.
I'd-
But considering the time you're saving,
Right, if it's saving you hours of work.
it seems like a worthy investment.
Yeah, for sure.
But just having a big list of emails isn't enough. You
Yeah.
need to know if they're actually valid.
Right, because you don't want to be sending out a bunch of emails
Needs
that are
to go.
just bouncing back.
That's where Hunter.io comes in.
Okay,
It checks each email address.
to make sure it's deliverable.
Right. You don't want to be hurting your sender reputation.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then to top it all off,
Yeah.
Latenode can connect directly with your CRM.
Your customer relationship management.
Exactly.
Okay.
So all those scraped and verified contacts,
They just flow right in.
no more manual entry.
So you're saving a ton of time and effort.
Absolutely.
All right, so we've got the process down.
Yeah.
What kind of results are we actually seeing with this whole setup?
So the article says they were able to reduce data collection costs by 80%
Wow.
and collect 4.25 times more emails than they were before.
That's huge.
Plus, they hit a 95% accuracy rate on those verified emails.
So you're not just saving time and money,
Right.
you're getting higher quality leads as well.
Exactly. A win-win all around.
Definitely a win-win.
And the best part is the time savings.
Okay, tell me about that.
They went from spending 15 hours a week on this to just 2 hours.
Wow. So 13 hours a week saved.
Imagine what you could do with an extra 13 hours every week.
Seriously, that's like getting a whole extra workday back.
Right.
But is this just a one-off success story, or is
No, it's
there-
definitely part of a larger trend.
Like, what are you seeing out there?
The article cites research that shows 62% of marketers
Wow.
are already using automation for email collection,
Okay.
and that number is only going up.
So it's becoming more and more common.
What's really fascinating is that these automated processes,
Yeah.
they're on average 5 times faster than doing things manually.
Oh, wow.
And it's not just about speed. The
Huh.
quality of leads also tends to be higher.
So automation is like the new normal,
Yeah, it seems like it.
and it's actually delivering on its promises.
Right, it's not just hype.
I'm curious about the bigger picture. Like, how is this all impacting the email marketing landscape overall?
It's a great question, and the article dives into some interesting stats on that.
Okay.
They found that businesses that use automation for their email marketing, they're seeing improvements across the board.
Like, what kind of improvements are we talking?
Well, for example, open rates are up 23%.
Wow.
Click-through rates have jumped by 46%,
That's huge.
and conversion rates have increased by a whopping 58%.
So it's not just about collecting those emails faster.
Right.
It's about making those emails more effective.
Exactly. Automation allows for things like personalized content,
Mm.
optimal timing, audience segmentation,
So you can really fine-tune your approach.
all of which contribute to better engagement and ultimately better results.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
But I imagine there are also challenges that come with all this automation.
of course, there are always challenges.
What are some of the things that people should be aware of?
The article mentions a couple of key ones.
Okay.
First, there's the issue of compliance.
Right?
You've got regulations like GDPR and CAN-SPAM
Mm-hmm.
that dictate how you can collect and use that data.
Yeah, so you can't just be scraping emails without considering those rules.
Exactly. You need to make sure your practices are aligned with those regulations.
So it's not a free-for-all.
No, definitely not.
What else did they mention?
Another challenge is deliverability.
Okay.
Email filters are getting smarter and smarter.
Yeah.
And if you're not careful,
You could end up in the spam folder.
exactly, and that defeats the whole purpose.
Right.
It's all about finding that sweet spot between automation and maintaining that human touch.
So your messages don't feel like they're coming from a robot?
Right. The article highlights that 68% of consumers
Wow, that's a lot.
would disengage from a brand if they felt the communication was too automated.
So it's all about finding that right
It
balance.
sounds like the future of email marketing is this dance between automation and personalization.
I think you're right about that.
Yeah, finding that balance is key.
So what are some of those emerging trends that are pushing those boundaries even further?
Well, one of the most exciting developments is AI-powered predictive analytics.
Okay.
Imagine being able to predict how a recipient is likely to respond to an email
Like, ahead of time.
with up to 85% accuracy.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
It's like having a crystal ball for your email campaigns.
That's wild. What else is on the horizon?
Another trend is multi-channel automation.
So it's not just about email anymore.
It's about integrating your email campaigns with other channels,
Like what?
like social media and SMS.
So you're creating this like interconnected web of communication.
Exactly. And then there's hyper-personalization,
Mhm.
which takes things to a whole new level.
Hyper-personalization. What's that all about?
AI-driven systems that can analyze tons of data
Mm-hmm.
to create these incredibly granular micro-segments
Oh, okay.
and tailor email content to each individual's preferences.
So it's like super personalized.
This has led to some amazing results, engagement rates increasing by as much as 50%.
Wow, that's a game changer.
It really is.
So it sounds like the future of email marketing is going to be incredibly personalized and data-driven.
I think that's a safe bet.
But with all this talk about technology and automation, it's easy to forget the human element.
Yeah, so right.
Where does that fit into all of this?
The article emphasizes that while these advancements are exciting,
Yeah.
it's crucial to remain mindful of that human connection.
So it's not about replacing human connection, it's about enhancing it.
Exactly.
All right, so the key takeaway here is that automation is a powerful tool,
For sure.
but it needs to be wielded responsibly and thoughtfully.
You got it.
It's not about replacing human connection, it's about enhancing it.
Well said.
And that leads us to a thought-provoking question for our listeners.
Okay, happy with it.
With all these advancements in automation, how do you envision the future of personalized outreach?
That's a good one.
Will it become even more human-centric or fully automated?
I think that's something we all need to be thinking about.
Definitely. And to help our listeners explore this further,
Yeah.
the article mentions that Latenode offers a free account for basic functions.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you're curious about dipping your toes into this world of low-code automation,
It's a great place to start.
and who knows, maybe you'll be the one to revolutionize personalized outreach in the future.
It could be you listening right now.
It makes me wonder about the bigger implications, of using automation for this personalized outreach.
Yeah.
Is it actually making us more connected or just creating this like illusion of connection?
That's a really interesting question and something I've been thinking about too.
Yeah.
On the one hand, automation can free up our time
Mm-hmm.
so we can focus on building those genuine relationships.
Right.
But on the other hand, if we're relying too heavily on technology to do the connecting for
Yeah.
us.
Are we losing that human touch?
Exactly.
We've all gotten those mass emails that are clearly automated.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And they just feel so impersonal and spammy.
Totally.
I'm sure everyone listening knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
So how do we strike that balance?
That's the key question.
How do we use these tools to enhance our outreach, but not make it feel robotic or disingenuous?
Well, the article touches on a few strategies.
Okay.
One is personalization. Instead of sending the same generic message to everyone,
Right.
we can use data to tailor our emails
So it's more targeted.
to each recipient's interests, their industry, even past interactions.
So it's about making our outreach more relevant, not just faster?
Exactly.
Okay.
Another strategy is timing.
Timing, okay.
Think about it. No one wants to receive a sales pitch at 5 a.m. on a Monday morning.
No, for sure not.
So by using data to understand our audience's behavior, we can time our emails to arrive when they're most likely to be well received.
So you're respecting their time.
Right.
And showing that you're paying attention.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then there's segmentation.
Okay.
Instead of blasting our message to everyone on our list,
Right.
we can divide our audience into smaller groups based on shared characteristics.
So you're not sacrificing quality for quantity.
Right,
You're
yeah.
just making sure that your messages are going to the right people.
At the right time with the right message.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
about working smarter, not harder.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
But getting back to Latenode specifically,
Yeah.
they seem to be positioning themselves as more than just this automation platform.
I think so too.
They talk about building a community and fostering collaboration among their users.
Yeah, they've got a community forum and a Discord server
Oh, great.
where users can connect,
So it's like they're building this ecosystem
share tips and tricks, even get help from Latenode's developers.
around their platform, not just selling a product.
It's a really smart move because it creates this sense of shared learning.
Yeah, I like that.
And they also have a partner program and an affiliate program,
Okay, so they're really expanding their reach.
which expands their reach and impact even further.
It's clear they have a long-term vision
I think so.
that goes beyond just automating tasks.
Definitely.
It's interesting to think about how platforms like this might evolve in the future.
Yeah. Where do you think it's all heading?
What kind of new features or capabilities do you see emerging?
I think we'll see more AI integration with even more sophisticated algorithms,
That can analyze data, personalize communication.
predict user behavior. Imagine being able to anticipate a recipient's needs
Oh, wow.
before they even express them.
That's pretty wild, but it makes you wonder, where's the line
Right.
between helpful and creepy? How much personalization is too much?
That's a great point.
You know,
And it's something we need to be mindful of as this technology keeps advancing.
for sure.
We want to use it in a way that feels empowering and helpful,
Right.
not invasive or manipulative.
Exactly. It's all about finding that right balance.
Mhm.
So speaking of the human touch, what role do you see humans playing in this increasingly automated world of email marketing?
Are we going to be replaced by robots? Is that what you're asking?
But it's a valid question.
I don't think so.
Okay.
While AI and automation can handle a lot of the heavy lifting,
Right.
I think there will always be a need for human creativity, intuition, empathy. We need people to design the strategies, interpret the data, make sure the technology is being used ethically.
So it's not about humans versus machine.
Right.
It's about humans and machines working together
Exactly.
to achieve something greater.
It's about harnessing the power of both
I like that.
to create a more efficient and effective and ultimately more human-centered approach to outreach.
Well said.
Thank you.
This has been really fascinating unpacking this world of LinkedIn email automation.
Yeah, it's been a good one.
It seems like our listeners are probably starting to see how powerful these tools can be,
Definitely powerful.
but also how important it is to use them authentically.
To keep that human element for
Sure,
sure.
it's not about replacing human connection. It's about amplifying it, right?
Exactly. It's about getting rid of those tedious tasks so we can actually focus on building those real relationships.
I like that. So as we wrap up, I'd love to hear your thoughts on where all of this is heading.
Okay.
Where do you see the future of personalized outreach?
Well, I think we're going to see the lines between automation and personalization blurring even more.
Okay.
AI is going to be even bigger, helping us understand our audience better and tailor communication.
That's exciting, but also a little intimidating.
Right.
How do we as humans stay relevant when machines are getting so good at this?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think the key is focusing on those human qualities that machines just can't replicate yet.
Like what kind of qualities are you thinking about?
Things like empathy, creativity, building that genuine rapport.
So we need to find ways to collaborate with the machines,
Exactly.
play to our strength.
And leverage their strengths, too.
I think this deep dive has given our listeners a lot to think about
I hope so.
as they navigate all of this.
It's always evolving.
Any final thoughts before we wrap up?
I would just encourage everyone to stay curious, experiment with different tools and strategies, and never lose sight of that human connection.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone.
Thanks for having me.